I'm Dean Manone. This is my godfather, Joe Manone. My godfather, some 15 years ago, allowed me to come to the National Italian Invitational. I'm proud to be involved. About 7 or 8 years ago, Brother Joe asked my cousin and I to be on the board after many years of misbehaving here. I can tell you that I've grown a lot from this, and my cousin Joe and I, we hope that we've made my godfather proud. More importantly, one could argue that in 63 years, my uncle is the only person to receive this year as a 2-year honoree. My godfather's always said a few things that stick in my head. And my uncle, when he says something, he means it, and when he talks, it means something. So here's a couple of things that stick in my head. Number one, most problems can be solved in a 10-minute phone call. So pick up the phone and call your family and solve the issues that stand between you. Secondly, in 1990, he sat down with me and said, he was trying to teach me a lesson. He said, when you look in the mirror, do you like who you see? And if you do, continue down this path. If not, change your ways. And I would hope to think I changed my ways. And thank you, Godfather, for that piece of advice. The third thing he said, which is really interesting, is, wow, one of the best nights I've ever had was when the Aliotos and the La Rosas cooked for me at Vito's a couple years ago. I believe we paid $5,000 or $10,000 for that honor. But better yet, we're going to do something different tonight, and Joe is going to be in control of this. We're going to auction off a night where the Alioto family comes to your house and they don't cook, but they're your guests. And you all see, tonight shows what a real draw they are. So he's accepted this challenge, and we're going to start the bidding at $500 for this. 600 right there.
I feel dirty doing it.
You'll be fine.
I feel dirty.
We are auctioning off the Alioto family. What are they worth? So I want you to think about that. They're going to come to your house. They might not cook or clean, but they're going to come for dinner, and you're going to provide them dinner, or at a restaurant, or you're going to have the enjoyment of the family who puts this on, along with many others, but we're going to get Joe and his family in your house. So we are at $1,000, did you say? 3,000, you said? $1,000 right there. Who's next? Do I have 1,100? We have 1,100. Sorry, Todd, I can't hear you. What did you say? 1,500 right there. Do I have 1,600? Bueller. We have 1,600. Do I have 1,700?
Julie.
Todd.
1,700. Do I have 2,000? Do I have 2,000? We have 2,000.
Julie says 2,000.
2,000 going once.
Julie.
2,000 going twice.
Winner, chicken dinner, baby.
2,000 right there. What's that?
The hot sauce went for more than my family.
It's a wonderful family. It really is. I have the honor this evening of introducing my best friend. We all know Joe as a generous and giving person, but I know him as someone who has taken care of me my whole life. My brother has been my guiding light through many things. He taught me things like riding a bike. He taught me how to throw a baseball. He taught me how to shave. I mean, he was my father figure. And my brother Joe sees the good in everyone. In fact, he actually had rose-colored glasses. He saw the world with rose-colored glasses, and he does. Now, that doesn't mean I didn't try and teach him things. I mean, I taught him how to hot wire a Chevy. I taught him how to run when you hear a siren in the other direction. How to jimmy a lock, things like that. He never actually used those things. He was the good son. I tried to teach him how to write all the answers to a test on the bottom of your shoe. Defendant students don't pay attention to that. He's my example of how to be a better person. And I'm proud to have him as my brother and my best friend. Please give your attention to our honoree, my brother, Joe Manone.
Wow. It's a hell of an introduction. I didn't know that was going to happen.
I didn't know you had that. That was a bother.
You know, when I think of this event, we've been coming for about 30 years. I think of one word, and that word is family. Family is everything. Tonight, we're all family. I want to tell you a little bit about my family. Our grandparents immigrated from Campobello, Sicily in the early 1900s. They settled in Chicago and were parents to Joe and Ann Manone, our mom and dad. They were born in Chicago, married in Chicago, and had 5 children. I'm the oldest. Next is my brother Vito, then our sister Annette, then our younger brothers Mike and Steve. Our dad was a World War II veteran. He came back from the war and he taught himself how to be a tile setter. And he went into the tile business, tile contractor. He worked hard every day. We all learned the tile trade from him. We helped him in summers, and he worked until the day he passed away at 64 years old, supporting his family, loving every day of it. Our dad always had a smile on his face. I think we learned 3 things from him that are very important. A strong work effort, an independent attitude, don't ask for anything you can't get yourself, and a sense of humor. Our mother, on the other hand, she was a tough lady. She was a strong-willed, independent thinker that drove us every day. She always wanted us to be better than we were. My mother was very opinionated. Anybody that met Ann Manone knows that. The story goes, we all went to St. Bernardine grade school in Forest Park, Illinois, where we grew up. And going to grade school, I always wanted to be a priest. I don't know why, I just thought the priesthood was a place to go. So my freshman and sophomore year, I went to Quigley Preparatory Seminary in downtown Chicago. My sophomore year, I met this good-looking Irish girl. Mary Ellen Shannon was her name. And I kind of changed my mind about being a priest. So I went to my mom and I said, Mom, I want to go to Proviso High School. All my friends are going to Proviso. That's where I want to go. She says, you're not going to go to Proviso. You're going to go to Fenwick High School. I says, Mom, Fenwick High School. She says, you're gonna go to Fenwick because all the kids that go to Fenwick go to college, and you're gonna go to college.
True story.
Our parents never finished high school. We found that out later in life. But they drove us to get a good education. I said, Mom, you know, Fenwick costs $300 a year to go there. Proviso's free. She says, don't worry about it. I'm getting a job. I'm gonna work, and your sister Annette is gonna help raise your younger brothers, Mike and Steve, and I'm gonna go to work. She started working at the Forest Park Police Station on the night shift, midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning as a dispatcher for the squad cars. Says, don't step out of line, I'll know where you're at. She worked all night and got home at 8 in the morning, got us off to school, and she worked for the next 30 years, supporting her family and making sure that we got a good education. You know, this is why our brother Vito and I, along with our wives, Linda and Sharon, have established the Manone Foundation for giving charities. And its emphasis is on education. That's why we've established the Fenwick Scholarship for a deserving high school student of Italian descent in the name of Joe and Ann Manone. Our mother was a very generous person. She believed in sharing all she had. I remember when I was young, Thanksgiving Day, we always had strange people at our table. Oh, who's this guy? He's down the block. Who's this woman? I met her at the store yesterday. These are people that didn't have families to spend Thanksgiving with. Mom would invite them over to the house. I had a lot of uncles and aunts at the time. But there was always strange people, but she always shared what we had. We've continued that program. When my family moved from Forest Park, Illinois to Lake Havasu City, Arizona, my sister, my younger brothers, they moved. We celebrate Thanksgiving every year as the Manone reunion. In early years, Vito and I would take our families there to Lake Havasu in Arizona, but we never missed a Thanksgiving for the last 53 years. We moved our mom to Phoenix around the mid-90s, and now it's hosted by our sister Annette, who has the same personality my mom. I gotta talk about my sister Annette. She's the heart of our family. She's the younger sister to Vito and I, and we were kind of gods to our parents, and we could do nothing wrong. But Annette was always there to help raise Mike and Steve. She's gone through a lot of physical, medical. She's gone through a lot of medical problems over the years. And if you haven't met my sister Annette, she's right there. I'd like you to make yourself known to her. She's a hell of a lady. I'm a very blessed person. Tonight, we've got a lot of people here, a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while, that come to celebrate this event. And I'm going to tell you, we got people from all over the United States here. Oregon, Virginia, Colorado, Florida, Arizona, Minnesota, Illinois. There are people from those states in this room today to celebrate. And I thank you all for coming. I want to thank and identify my wife, Sharon, of 33 years. My sister, my brothers, my sisters-in-law, my 3 sons, my daughters-in-law, my 5, 6 beautiful grandchildren. Thank you. My godsons, my goddaughter, my niece, my nephews, my cousins from Chicago and Phoenix, my many friends from Milwaukee, Paddock Lake, and Wisconsin Club. Most specifically, some lifelong families that I love very much. We've got the Mondias, the Marcheskis, the Calorazos, the Lavins, and the Ryans. Lifelong friends, thank you for coming. I'd like to thank, in closing, I'd like to thank the National Italian Invitational Board of Directors, everybody from the chefs, the musicians, the many volunteers it takes to put this organization together and puts this event together. Thank you. I accept this honor, not just for myself, but for the entire Manone family. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Great job.
So ladies and gentlemen, we are about to embark on dessert and coffee and gelato and an open bar. And this room's gonna be open and the other room's gonna be open. So this is gonna be like a big family room and everyone's gonna just enjoy themselves and everyone will leave and visit and partake in dessert.